In the social anxiety communities, there's a belief that social anxiety is very complicated and that there are very few solutions for social anxiety. And there's kind of a sense of hopelessness of whether or not they will actually be able to overcome it. And I would like to say my interpretation of what I firmly believe social anxiety to be and where the solution lies. From my experience with myself and with my clients, social anxiety is almost always caused by shame. It's caused often by trauma in our childhood, like bullying, or being told that we're not good enough. We don't fit the societal expectations of who we're supposed to be as a girl or a boy. You know, we don't look good enough, our personality isn't good enough, our intellectual skills aren't good enough, our height isn't good enough. There's something about us that's not good enough, and society really lets us know, you know, either through other children, through our families. We are told that we're not good enough. We're not satisfying the expectation of who we are supposed to be. And the problem is that when we are different from the image in our mind of who we're supposed to be, like this is what shame is that we've got an image in our mind that society has given us, either, you know, our peers or our family. We have this image in our mind, or the media, of who we're supposed to be. And then there is the person who we are. And they are in conflict. They are in a very severe conflict. This image of who we're supposed to be can haunt us in every hour of every day. And so when we have this shame, this conflict between who we are and who we're supposed to be, it can very easily morph into social anxiety because we're talking to someone and in our minds, we're not who we're supposed to be. We're like, please be this person here, please be this person here, and we're not. And so we feel inadequate compared to the other person. We feel not good enough, and this can cause social anxiety symptoms like feeling nervous, not having eye contact, blushing, having our mind go blank, right? And then what often happens is we start feeling shame about these symptoms themselves. We feel shame that we're nervous. We feel shame that we're blushing. We feel shame that our mind is blank and we never have anything to say, right? So it is this compounded shame. People with social anxiety often have 3 levels of shame. Shame from childhood that they're not good enough. Shame about the social anxiety symptoms. Shame that social anxiety is putting them behind. They had to drop out of university. They can't hold down a job, right? Shame they can't get a driver's license. So social anxiety, all it is compounded shame. Okay? It's really straightforward. And the problem is that our society doesn't understand shame. Psychiatry doesn't look at shame. Psychology very rarely looks at shame. They focus on the symptoms themselves. But the thing is that social anxiety is a secondary symptom. It makes us feel out of control. We don't know what to do with these symptoms. We have no control over the symptoms themselves. But I have really good news. We do have control over the primary emotion of shame. We can free ourselves from shame, and we can do it very easily.